Why is customer acquisition one of the most important parts of any business? Abstract customer acquisition cost is an important business metric used to evaluate the cost of acquiring new customers. Understanding the cost of acquiring new customers is critical for marketing ROAS analysis. ROAS, return on advertising spend, ROAS, return on advertising spend, is an important metric for e-commerce. Cost per install, CPI, is the most basic CAC for mobile user acquisition campaigns, and it is significantly lower than the cost of acquiring new customers through other advertising channels. Simple method. In the simple method, the total marketing cost of acquiring new customers is divided by the total number of customers acquired in a given period. If your customer data tells you that the customers you acquire are likely to continue buying from your business after the initial purchase, you can afford to spend more on each new customer acquisition. Tracking your spending on things like advertising and discounts in relation to the number of new customers you acquire is a good indication of how well these strategies are resonating with your target audience. You also need to pay close attention to the speed of customer acquisition, the channels used, and implement a long-term strategy to keep customer acquisition costs well below customer value. Using a proper customer acquisition strategy helps a company grow, and a targeted customer acquisition program helps a company attract the right customers in a cost-effective manner. The goal of companies is to create a sustainable customer acquisition strategy that evolves in line with changes and trends and systematically attracts new potential customers to the brand. The goal of customer acquisition is to create a systematic and sustainable customer acquisition strategy that can evolve with new trends and platform changes, such as product changes on the Google or Facebook acquisition platforms. Customer acquisition is the process of attracting new customers or clients to your business. A successful customer acquisition strategy will help you attract new customers, increase their loyalty, and increase profits. Believe it or not, customer retention is one of the most effective ways to lower your CAC. Customer retention is your effort to keep the customers you already have instead of going through a vicious cycle of constantly having to acquire new ones. It is well known that building customer loyalty is much cheaper than attracting new ones. As with any cost, minimizing CAC while maintaining customer acquisition is a great way to grow sustainably. Despite this, CAC is an important number to calculate and constantly recalculate when attracting new customers and using new methods of acquisition. Customer acquisition cost is the total cost of sales and marketing activities and the property or equipment required to convince a customer to purchase a product or service. Customer acquisition cost is a key business metric that is commonly used in conjunction with a customer lifetime value, LTV, calculation. The value that a new customer creates. This value and customer lifetime value, LCV, sometimes referred to as customer lifetime value, CLV, or lifetime value, LTV, are two sides of the same coin. Because of its relevance to sustainability and profitability, it is necessary to understand the value of a customer's life early in the customer acquisition process. By measuring customer acquisition metrics such as customer lifecycle value, CLV, monthly recurring revenue, MRR, customer acquisition cost, CAC, and churn rate, you can build a strategy that aligns with your overall business goals. When creating a customer acquisition marketing plan, it is important to keep the different stages of the customer journey map in mind. Since you already know your customer from the first step, figuring out which channels are the best to reach them should be easy. Knowing which channels will work as a customer acquisition tool for your business involves constantly testing new channels and approaches, allowing you to figure out what works best for your unique business and preventing you from relying too much on one source. To be effective and efficient in your marketing, you need to find a mix of channels that work for you. When you have access to different types of content, it's important to keep track of incoming leads to identify channels to acquire new customers. It is important to remember that acquisition starts on first contact with a new customer and fits into a loyalty strategy, and they work together to keep the marketing program profitable. The main difference is that customer retention is about developing relationships with current customers, while customer acquisition is about acquiring new customers. Of course, you can't run a business without new clients. That is why the process of attracting customers is a truly monumental task that needs to be solved in the first place. If you want to grow your business consistently and profitably, you need to think of customer acquisition not as a result, but as a process that you consider how to systematically attract new customers, the cost of acquiring them, and how much money each of them will spend with your business. Nearly every new customer has a value that can be calculated based on the marketing effort put into acquiring them. For example, let's say your average customer makes a $100 purchase once a year and stays a customer for 3 years. If your content acquisition costs are low and content has the highest ROI of all acquisition methods, then this is a clear sign that it's time to invest in your content marketing team. Your business will benefit from intelligent marketing and customer acquisition that will allow you to stand out from the crowd and build a passionate customer base that you won't have to pay monthly. As the number of customers begins to grow, building brand awareness, providing professional assistance, and managing loyalty programs becomes important to grow significantly and maintain a competitive advantage.